Hi, Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and today you're going to learn how to set the right goals for your body as you get older and as you age. Now, none of us are getting any younger. I myself am 41. When I was competing in my prime of bodybuilding, I was about 25 through till about 30. Now, in that time, I did a lot of magazine photo shoots and I did a lot of stuff for social media. It was actually quite young then, social media, not what it is today. And I get reminded on my Facebook and on my Instagram about all the things I used to do. And the other day, up popped a little video or a little clip of me doing a magazine shoot with one of my good friends, John Clark, and I think it was when I was 25, so that's like 16 years ago. Had proper full black hair. I looked absolutely the business with the muscles, and yeah, I was in really good shape because we were a couple of weeks out from a show. And sometimes when we see those pictures of ourselves, it can be a little bit, oh, look at what I've let myself become in terms of letting yourself down or getting out of shape or whatever. And I do get a lot of clients coming to me saying, what I would like to do, I would like to get back to the physique I had X amount of years ago, or when I was doing this or when I was doing that. And that is quite a dangerous way to set your goals. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, I'll link them at the end, about goal setting, all your goals must always be SMART goals. And if you're in business, you'll know what SMART goals are. If you don't, it's specific, measured, achievable, realistic, and timed. Now, we cannot realistically expect us to be as good as we were 10, 15 years ago. Now, I know some people do improve with age, and obviously your knowledge improves with age, so you can be better with your knowledge, but your body, unfortunately, does not get better with age. It does not age like a fine wine. It does not increase in value like a classic car. Unfortunately, the rigors of training and everyday life and stress and work and all that sort of stuff does take a toll on us. And obviously, yes, we do age and we get older, and as we get older, we need certain things to help us stay in good health. So quite regularly, I'll get clients saying, oh, you see this picture of 5 years ago when I was kayaking or whatever, I want to be looking like that. When I was running this business, I was always exercising, everything else, I look really in shape and I want to look like that. And the problem is they're never going to get like that. Now, here's the other thing, even if, and I am good at what I do, so I can get people into incredible shape, and I do that, but even if they got to that physique they had when they were 35 and they're now 40 or whatever age they were, now they look like that again, they would still not look like that because they have aged. And here's the problem. If you're always thinking about the stuff you've done in the past and how you looked in the past, and you say, that's what I want to get to, you will never ever look like that. Unfortunately, if you say if you're into physique sort of competition, like I used to be into physique competition, bodybuilding and everything else, there is actually sort of a top end age limit. It's about 36, 37 when you reach your sort of peak age for holding muscle and looking good and not getting any sort of loose skin and everything else. Unfortunately, especially for males, as they get over 40, levels of testosterone start to decline. It becomes a little bit harder to maintain the muscle you've had, and also your skin ages and you look a bit older as well. So it does become harder to hold on to muscle. Now, of course, chemical assistance aside, as you get older in age, your muscle does tend to deteriorate. It's called sarcopenia, and it happens especially when you get to sort of 70, 80. Now, there are ways you can offset sarcopenia with things like fish oils, high protein intake, making sure you train with weights. That's 3 key things which are research backed. But however, you can't just slow down time. And so what I say to people who come to work with me, generally it's guys who are sort of over 40, they're running their own businesses, and because they've run their own business, it's been a little bit time consuming for them, and they've taken their eye off the ball a little bit of their physique when they were, say, like 20, 25, when they were just getting into business and they had this hunger and they were exercising all the time and training all the time, doing these mad things, and they sort of took the foot off the pedal a little bit in order to make their business grow. And I've done that myself. I stopped competing in order to help my businesses grow because I was focusing such a lot of time on that. And obviously over that time, I've seen my physique get smaller. I'm not as big as I used to be. Obviously not eating like a bodybuilder. I'm not training 5-6 days a week like a bodybuilder has to. So my physique is less impressive, if you want to call it that, from when I was competing. Now, I regularly do look back on my previous photos, and I have to stop myself thinking, oh no, look what's happened, and I've got small and everything else. because I have to remember the SMART goals, and I have to remember that I'm progressing forward as a person in terms of my knowledge and my experience, and also my body is not getting any younger, but I can maintain the best physique I can at this age. Now, it's always a good idea when you're comparing is to sort of look at the other demographics of people in your age range, your geographical location, maybe people who are around you in your gym. Look around in the gym and look at the people who are at your age. Now, are they holding their brilliant physique they used to have? Now, I know there are some older guys and older women who get into training when they're older, so now, yes, they do look a lot better because they were like overweight or untrained before. But if you have been training through your life in various increments or intervals, then it's very difficult for you to then think, right, well, I'm going to get back to that, because you just haven't got the age for it. So my message here today is that when you are looking at your goals that you want to set yourself, say you've maybe put on a bit of weight because you've been so busy with your family or business or whatever, and you want to get that off and get into shape, don't look at what you previously did, and don't hold that picture and stick it on your fridge like a lot of gurus tell you to do. Don't do that, because you're setting yourself up for a failure. Even if you got to that condition, even if you got to that level of muscle again, you're setting yourself up for failure, because it's probably not maintainable and not achievable in the long term. What we really want to do is look at what we are now and improve on that. We're always moving forward, we're never looking backwards. It's good to take experience into account, so maybe squatting 5 or 6 plates, or I used to squat like 5 plates, I think, about 4 or 5 reps on my maximum ever. There's no way I'm ever gonna do that again. My maximum squat now is about 3 plates, 140 kilos. I do that for about 5 to 10 reps. I'm happy with that because I know from experience that I can stimulate my muscles in other ways. Now, I know my legs aren't ever going to be as big as they used to be on stage, and I'm happy with that. I would much prefer to not get injured, not crack my spine, not do all these other things you see these older guys do who are trying to live in the past, and they end up injuring themselves and going back the other way where they actually look even worse. So always think about where you are at the moment and progressing from where you are at the moment forward. So look, if you're looking to transform your body, take a picture of you now. Throw away the ones you had before because they're not relevant now. We're moving forward. Take a picture of where you are now, and then we set a goal from that time to some time in the future using SMART goals that you know you can achieve and is realistic for you to achieve. Remember, I know that people say, well, always competing against yourself. Yeah, you are, but you're not competing against your past self. That person's gone, it's done. You know, you're not as knowledgeable as you were then. You probably haven't, you didn't have a family back then. You didn't have all these other things you've got now, which are more your priority than getting into incredible shape. But that can be a priority as well, but just balancing out with all the other things you're doing. So that's my message today. Don't look back on the past when you're thinking about how you're going to change yourself for the future. And if you do that, you're much more likely to achieve the goals that you're setting yourself, and your coach is much more likely to help you get there. If a coach says to you, yeah, no problem, I can do that for you, I would really, really have a think about how they're going to do that and what they're going to put you through to get to that. Because remember, the process has got to be enjoyable. You've got to enjoy your foods. You've got to enjoy your exercise. You've got to have a community around you that supports you. If you're doing all those things, it's unlikely you're going to achieve what you did in the past, but you can achieve a great physique in the future. And if a coach tells you they're going to get you to where you were in the past, in the future, which is impossible, they're probably just after your money and they're going to put you through hell to get there. Yeah, you might get to some level of looking like that, but at what cost to your mental and physical health? Just be aware of that, because I know there are a lot of people out there promising to do that, and they generally are not going to be the best for you. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video, hope you got something from it. If you liked it, like. If you want to see more videos, press the subscribe button and subscribe, and listen to more of my random ramblings on YouTube and on my podcast. And I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.